Hi, welcome to Urban Goes Green, and today I'm here with Jo Szczepanska. That's correct, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
That's good. I've been saying, actually the whole time I've known Jo, I've been calling her Jo Spickenanzia, but I've got it right today, so that's good. And I'm here today just to have a quick chat with her because we actually haven't caught up for about a year now, and Jo's actually been in Holland and she's been at the Academy for Design, is that correct?
The Design Academy in Eindhoven.
No.
So yeah, I've been in the Netherlands for about a year now. I was at the very beginning of the construction, the design phase of reforestation, so I'm glad to be back and see what's changed.
Yeah, you're actually a really integral part when we were designing it last year. So I'm so glad that now we haven't even actually got to have a conversation yet, but we've been rushing from our things that we've been doing here, and this is the first conversation that we've actually had, which is good. So, and this is the first time you've actually been in the garden as well. So what do you think?
Well, it's great. It's doing really well. Like, I'm surprised Melbourne weather hasn't exactly killed everything, but it's doing really well, yeah.
Oh, that's good to know. So tell us a little bit about what you've been doing in Holland. I mean, it's fascinating work, and maybe also tell us a little bit about your project, Veggie Patch, and I think that could beautifully tie in with what we're doing in the Docklands when you come back from Holland finally.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, at the moment I'm completing my Masters of Man and Humanity, which is this very broad topic, but it's basically humanitarian and social design, and sustainable design as well. So basically it's a bit of a grassroots design thing. So it's very open, but at the same time you can kind of channel it to what you're interested in. So part of our kind of course are things like anthropology and also travel and going to all sorts of places. It's
fascinating, I think, how design is actually really evolving. What design means is evolving, and I think Jo's course actually demonstrates that design isn't just about designing hard things, it's about designing. How would you describe it?
Well, mostly at the moment I think the new trend is towards social design, so that's basically co-creation with the community and with people. So it's no longer kind of a thing where an industrial designer is sitting in an office or reading books or on the internet. It's actually getting out into your community and finding out what they need and getting them to help you make what they want.
That's good to know, and I think actually that's what we've been doing at Urban Reforestation is we've actually run co-design workshops last year, and we're planning to do some more later on in the year for some other projects that we've got going on. So that's good to know that's happening. I'd be really interested to hear more, Jo, about that.
Definitely. Well, one of our projects was really quite an interesting one. We did a co-creation workshop with this group called Muses in the Netherlands, and somehow our class got probably the most difficult kind of community group you could get, which was basically homeless alcoholics in The Hague. So we spent, it was a bit daunting for all of us to get out of, the office or the classroom and immediately onto the streets. And we were actually following around a group of homeless alcoholics, which were really nice to us, thank God, because you would think, it could be a really tough crowd. So we were kind of hanging out with them for a few days to see what their needs were, because obviously they'd been homeless and alcoholic for quite some time, and it wasn't at the stage where you could propose them solutions that would change their lifestyle. It was more making their life as comfortable as possible. So it was a very strange, very extreme example of co-creation.
Sounds fascinating. I think, and also I've just heard recently there's been some, they call it service design over here as well. There's a service design network in Melbourne, and they've been doing some co-creation, co-design with communities in the bushfire affected areas. So there seems to be this real trend towards it. With the project that you worked on, what came out of it with the homeless, the alcoholics?
There were so many strange proposals, but basically we made our proposals to the Hague community and the Hague local government. So we were making these presentations of somewhat absurd ideas to the local government, going, well, these people exist, there's probably going to be more in the future, and we have to somehow accommodate them in the community as best we can. my team, we tended to concentrate on communication, and it was how we can get the homeless to communicate with their families and their friends and all sorts of things, because they don't have access to things like computers like we do. And one of the great things in the Netherlands is every person is entitled to their own postal box. So we kind of created a little home in just like a postal box, so at least they had somewhere they could store, you know, their really important things. So
that sounds really fascinating. So it's really great work you've been doing. I just we're at the time limit, but I just want to ask one quick question about your real fascination and experience, expertise and talent in urban agriculture and your project. Could you quickly give a 30-second spiel about it, and then maybe give us a quick vision of a scenario like Docklands and how some of your visions could help to create a sustainable Docklands? I'd be fascinated, and I think everyone would be fascinated to know.
Well, basically I've been working on a project called Veggie Patch, which is basically a method of urban agriculture, but like on a really small scale, so it allows you to create kind of a mini farm in your kind of balcony space or on your rooftop. So basically it makes it so kind of easy and adaptable that there's really no excuse. So I've been working on that in the Netherlands, and I'm working on that here. So I think it's just how to make it so easy and so tangible that you really want to get a bit more hands-on.
So Jo, would you be interested in, because we've just got a Sustainability Victoria grant, and this is just a conversation we're having the first time, but we've actually got a bit of a budget to create a demonstration balcony, and maybe would you be interested in helping with that?
Well, actually, it's really strange, but I actually have one, like I brought over from the Netherlands, a balcony version Veggie Patch. Which
nice. So there's actually in work in progress.
Yeah, exactly. It's really strange. It's just meshed in. I just finished it up probably a few months ago. So.
Okay. Wonderful. That's lucky. And was there something that you saw in the garden?
Yeah,
there?
I think you may have a stray beetroot over there.
So check it out. The garden is actually hibernating, but we found a beetroot before. So on that note, we'll see you next week. Thanks, Jo. See ya.
See ya.
Bye.